feeling good. If you look at the domestic violence numbers, right, against our partners, because we're having a conversation about being vulnerable with our partners, right? Again, men express anger more and most, right, because they don't know what it looks like to actually experience the emotions of sadness or rejection, right? A lot of men always say, man, well, she was disrespecting me, right? In other words, you felt rejected, you felt unheard, and that didn't feel good. So you went to anger. Now you're being violent towards your partner, right? Because, again, we haven't learned what it looked like to be completely comprehensive, again, emotionally literate in this thing. And again, that's what my book is talking about. Get up, get out, and get some healing. We're talking about what it looks like to be able to experience all those things. And quickly, I want to respond to Brother Supreme's point and also your point about the suicide then versus now. And so my thought on that is, again, the issue is we just have a lack of fathers in the house. We have a lack of men holding space for boys. So, yes, we're growing up with an understanding of what it looks like to be more feminine than what it looks like to be more masculine. So we do need that, right? Again, I teach my son how to do agriculture. Like we're planting plum trees and peach trees in my yard. Like we're planting tomatoes and squash and zucchini, and that's what I personally grew up doing because I grew up on a farm. Right? But again, there's a TED Talk that I encourage everybody to watch, and it's called How to Make Black Boys Great Again. And the main thing he talked about is we got to teach black boys we got to get them back in nature so they can learn how to do agriculture, and we got to teach them how to do mechanics, because within those two methods of teaching, they learn what it looks like to be aggressive in a healthy way.
Right.
And the issue right now is all we know how to be is aggressive, but we don't know that aggression is actually a healthy thing and how to use it. But again, we gotta put these things back in place. And again, the absence of fathers in the house, the absence of men around, it makes those things absent for us to learn. So yeah, that's where we are.
That's exactly where we are. And I will offer this, and Supreme, I would love to hear your thoughts on this in reference to what Chris is talking about. Like you said, using that type of stuff, agriculture and mechanics, if you will, to in a sense frame those emotions so that anger doesn't make them, the word we use now, make you weak to where you will now strike a woman. Like I will go as far as our community, specifically the African American community, without those fathers in the home for so long, that masculinity is what's missing. And that's how you even get to a point now where everybody's bruh for this culture. Your girl is bruh. Your mom is bruh. I would even say that is a result of the lack of masculinity over the years. And so, there's a line between, me and you, Supreme, have a lot of respect for each other. But if we were, in each other's presence, if I cross that line, I know what comes with that. Well, without having a father saying, hey, well, that's not how you express yourself, especially with a woman, but with their bruh, even their sister, they may cross that same line because they've never had the framework that Chris just talked about in general. So that's the risk of what's happening when we don't get this framework figured out, in my opinion.